Welcome back everyone, it's Bewdu here. I'm going to be going over the crafting stations today. Right now we're looking at the wood shop. You can see that you can craft any type of wood. It'll show you the materials. If you see those boxes where there's this black circle and the X, you can click on those and it'll give you options to choose different materials. So you can use one that you have a lot of or one that's not as expensive if that's a capability for you at the time. You can see here the loom is pretty similar to the wood shop, but it's for cloth instead. All the stuff I previously said in the wood shop applies here to the loom as well. You can see on the right hand side the level you need to craft each individual piece. So the silk is 20 weaving. It'll also show you the chance to craft additional items. So this will give you, let's say it takes you 10 cloth to craft 1 linen, and you may get 2 linen instead. So those will always be a huge help for if you're trying to make money out of this. If you get an extra one, you double up your money. You can also see on the right hand side the requirements if you have the resource, what level or what tier of station you need to craft said item. You can obviously see the craft button. That's straightforward. One of the most useful things is the bottom right. You can see how much XP you're going to get per one you craft, and depending on the station it can change from just being cooking to armory or engineering. So you do need to pay attention to what you're crafting if you're trying to level up specifically. You can also see on the top right how much Azoth you have, how much coin you have, what your current cooking skill is, and you can always go back and forth to the main character page to see what level or how much XP you need to level up if you're trying just to get to a specific level with something. If you want to pause the video at any time as well, I do scroll through the whole sheets of each crafting station, so you can see what there is. Right here you can see the different types of dyes, and there's right here in the smelter, so you can see that there's a material downgrade. So you can actually take materials if you have a lot of them, and you can downgrade them into the material that's below it. And that will be useful in some cases if you have too much of something and you need a little bit of something else. Or maybe even if you go onto certain auction houses and you buy a material and you downgrade it for something that costs more at that time. That's another way you can get extra XP. So you can see here in the forge, you can use your Azoth actually to help increase the chances of getting different bonuses within whatever item you're crafting. You can add in special resources so you can get a specific type of trait. I will, in this video, I'll click on it and scroll through those traits as well. So if you want to pause to see a specific trait of your choice, you can go ahead and do that. You can also see on the left hand side where I'm scrolling through, you can see what level it is to craft a specific item. So if you just want to scroll to the bottom and see maybe the cap level items to see what you should be farming along the way, that's very helpful. You can see here all the special resources. If you want to stop, there's a little bit of a description on those resources. And then the Azoth, you go from 0 to 75 Azoth. If you're worried about how much Azoth you're spending with fast travel, with crafting, there are items that you can craft. So like your tools, every time you go out and you mine a resource, you get Azoth. So I'm sure there's going to be eventually an armor set and a crafting tool set that you can wear and just go out and do one little circle around the town and get max Azoth. I haven't really run into an issue where I run out of Azoth, and if I do, I just go grind a couple mobs, or I just run myself to the next town, do a quest, and I'm back up. Stone cutting here will be very important for dungeons. You can see the tuning orbs. You do need 1 tuning orb to start a dungeon, so people will invite people who have the tuning orbs to go. So that could be a way of getting into a better group than you would normally be able to if you didn't have a tuning orb, because people will carry you just so that they don't have to spend the material on getting those items. And you can see there's also those gems right there. All those gems give different bonuses to jewelry, and they sell very well because they are kind of one of the harder things to get in the game. It's a random chance from when you go out and mine. You can see over here on Arcana, I think Arcana is going to be very important, and you should probably level this one up as you level, because you're going to get potions, you're going to get resistant potions. The weapons could be a bonus if you are Life Staff or Ice Gauntlet. I don't really think leveling, you're going to run into an issue where you want to craft any item. At cap level, you're going to want to, but you can worry about that later when you get there. And a lot of these potions are also used on the zone faction boards. Or I don't know why I'm saying faction boards, but the town boards. A lot of the potions are used to turn in for that, so you can make some money off of the auction house by selling those. You can see that there are different essences. Some of the stuff you will need for the orb, I believe, with the essences. And you can pause the video at any time to look at the different potions that are here. Most of them are just the same. They just scale up as you level. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch at Bewdu and twitter.com/BewduBruh.